Hello, followers. So I'm considering doing sort of like a video series slash challenge because, well, one, because it's going to be fun, and two, hilarity will ensue, and that makes me happy inside. But yeah, I'm considering doing sort of like a language challenge, I guess you could say. I'm going to be starting lessons for Hebrew comes December, and then shortly after that, I'm going to begin my lessons with Arabic because in about 3 years I'm going to Egypt and Israel. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm kind of preparing a little ways in advance, but at the same time I want to be much more fluent than I in these languages than I was when I went to Costa Rica and I was trying to speak Spanish. So there's that. And also I love Arabic and I love Hebrew. I just love everything about it, and I cannot wait to finally be in these countries and be a part of this culture. I cannot wait for it. Anyways, that's a whole other side note. I just hit my bag of chips, so sorry for that weird noise. But yeah, I'm considering making a video challenge, so if you guys send me languages, I'll try and do this. So what I'm considering doing is opening the video with saying, like, do you speak, and then say the language. One thing I'm kind of really proud of is that I can actually say, do you speak, in 4 different languages and ask in that language if they speak that language. So it's definitely helped in the past when I had, at the time when I was speaking Italian, and I actually was speaking it pretty fluently. I haven't spoken in about 4 years, so I can read it still a little bit, but at the time I was speaking Italian pretty decently fluently, and I met this woman and her daughter on the train, and they spoke Portuguese. I hadn't spoken Spanish in about 4 or 5 years at that point, and the only way the translating went down is because I asked them if they spoke Spanish. I asked them if they spoke Portuguese, and I was able to take what you say in Portuguese, try and attempt to translate it into Spanish, to then attempt to translate it into Italian, to then translate it into English, so I could say it back to her. And luckily I was able to get directions and the whole 9 yards, so it's still one of my favorite stories where I was very proud of myself trying to jump around. However, that's not going to happen now. But yeah, I speak Spanish pretty decently, I would say. I spoke it a lot better during the fall, right before I was going to Costa Rica. But now it's, it's a little shaky, but I'm still practicing. I'm trying to get back into it. But yeah, so I'm considering starting with saying, do you speak, to present the video. Then saying, hello, my name is, where I'm from, how old I am, some random factoid about myself, or then something about that language or culture or the country itself, anything kind of relating to it. Would then like to say, maybe I love you in it, just because I love hearing every language's terms and their stories behind it. Like, my favorite thing about Spanish and Italian, which was one thing that actually greatly irritated me with an ex-boyfriend, but I digress. It was just the fact that, saying te amo, that's reserved for your spouse and for God. Like, you don't just kind of say it willy-nilly. You don't really just kind of like throw it around. When you say it, you actually mean it. And so that became an issue in my relationship, but it was definitely, when it was finally said, it carried a lot more weight than just saying, oh yeah, I love you, or I love you. No, when it was actually said for the first time, my heart dropped and I was kind of speechless. I didn't think that I'd actually heard it. But yeah, that's something that I really love. And then hearing it in different languages. Like, I watch Korean dramas, which are awesome, by the way. If you have not watched one, there's a ton of them on Hulu, or like Drama Fever. I absolutely love these shows. But them saying, sarangye or sarangeo, I can't remember which term is the right one. But yeah, just hearing how different languages come about with it, I think it's awesome. And so yeah, say that and then ask, how you guys are doing. And so I think that'd be really cool. And so if you guys want to hear a specific language, I think I'm going to post my first one in Spanish tonight. But yeah, just because that one's a little easier. Just because I know it a little better. So, text messages. But yeah, I think I'm going to go do that. So if you guys want to be a part of this, then write to me. And yeah, it'll be really cool to start to hear from different people and communicate. Because once I start doing my lessons in Hebrew and Arabic, I definitely want to start posting videos on here, making sure that I'm pronouncing something properly and that I'm learning the grammar rules properly. Because I don't want to go over there, and I also don't want to learn a language at all where I'm screwing it up royally. I've definitely had that happen. I've definitely had people and my friends, strangers and loved ones alike, laugh at me as I've pronounced something poorly in Spanish, or I called myself a man or something like that. So yeah, if you guys want to be a part of this and see me butcher a language or attempt it in some capacity, I think it'd be really cool. So yeah, if you guys want to send me a video, or not a video, sorry, if you guys want to send me a language, write in the comments below or send it to me on YouTube or on Tumblr and I'll post it and it'll be really cool and we'll see how this goes. Okay? Bye guys. There's the stop button. I'm getting used to my new computer.